Hi, my name is Will Mydock. This is my Lesson 10 discussion post for MAN 3301-3. And the primary topics today are about what actions I would take other than increasing pay if employee satisfaction was dropping. And topic number two, how would you handle an employee's formal grievance about being passed over for promotion? Now, for topic one, I think there's several different ways to increase employee satisfaction, or at least prevent it from decreasing even more in the short term, other than just increasing pay. And I think sometimes increasing pay, in a scenario like this might backfire in the future. So I think that there's several steps to figuring out why the employee satisfaction is dropping and then working towards a solution. And I think that's part of why just increasing pay can backfire. So I think maybe there's different ways you can have honest conversations with the team, and I think it comes way before this, which is having a constant pulse and an open communication between you and your team. That way you really know why your employees aren't happy. And then I think there's other ways if that's tough to do and tough to transition to. Maybe there's more steps that need to take place, like a survey or like implementing different steps to open up more trust between you and your employees. And then once you can really get down to what the real issue is, you can work towards that solution other than just increasing pay. And many times increasing pay can be a band-aid for a much deeper decisions or a much deeper issue. So I think sometimes maybe it has to do with emotional factors or other work environment factors or culture factors. And I think you can target these areas in much more holistic ways than just increasing pay. And then at the end, you'll continue evaluating whether you made steps. Maybe it is pay. Maybe that's an issue. Maybe you change the culture. Maybe you've increased some other offerings that you have. Maybe you've helped with work-life balance. And then you can continue evaluating and continuously be working for a better solution. Now, for topic number two, how would I handle an employee's formal grievance about being passed over for promotion? I think if an employee came to me with a formal grievance, I would want to continue the open communication that we talked about in that last topic. And also, I think it's very important to then acknowledge and express that acknowledgement to that employee to share that you are hearing them and that you do care about the situation and that you're fully open to hearing about the situation. And I think that it's important to thank that employee for being honest and sharing their concern. And then, depending on the employee's performance, you can move on from there. So I think it's helpful then to gather important information involving the promotion. I think reviewing the entire promotion process, the qualifications of both employees, the reasons that maybe they weren't promoted, and then you can have a more holistic view of what steps need to happen. Maybe there was a mistake made, maybe there wasn't, but either way, I think it's important to get to the bottom of it. And the most important part there is making sure that this employee is heard and seen and managed well. And so, if I did find out that there was maybe an error, inconsistency, or violation of company policy or culture, I think I would follow the grievance procedure of the company, work with HR to work on a solution. Maybe it's something that can be changed, maybe it's something that can't be changed, but I do think there is a chance that it was a company error, and then there are chances that maybe the employee just wasn't fit for that promotion, and then that needs to be handled in a different conversation. But overall, I think there are steps to be taken, and I think that approaching it strengthens both sides. It helps management have checks and balances. It helps management have open communication within management and with the employees. And it's also a major positive that the employee was able to honestly come forward and share this with leadership.